Okay, so we've covered monitoring the quality of your meditation. Once you're actually on the cushion and once your mind is actually on the object you're going to meditate on. And by the way, in the last weekend we're going to talk about serious objects of meditation. You know, you could meditate on a candle or your breath or the picture of a Buddha, but we're going to have a brief overview of the steps of the path of enlightenment. And in there are a bunch of ideas, concepts that you really kind of need to have. And we'll talk about it some more. It's like the whole Buddhist path in outline form. So any Buddhist teaching you can get, you say, oh, I see where that fits. And I feel the same way about this outline of meditation. No matter what meditation instruction you get, it fits in here somewhere. I talked at the beginning of this course about the confusion. We'll talk about that some more next week. But you'll see that one instruction is appropriate for one stage, and then another instruction is appropriate for a different stage. So if you just get a book that says, do this, well, doing that depends on what stage you're on, right? Well, let's talk about what to do when you have subtle or gross dullness or agitation, okay? So, Seixin has set the alarm, said, hey, guy, you need to do something. So, problem number 4 is say, do mi jepa.
Do mi jepa.
Okay. That means not doing anything about it, not taking action, all right? Your mind has recognized, hey, you're subtly dull or subtly agitated, vice versa, okay? So if the problem is not taking any action to improve the quality of your meditation, what do you think the solution is? Do jepa, do something about it, okay? So let's talk about what you do when you're having these problems in meditation, all right? So, problem is, do mi jepa. Solution is, do jepa. Problem is, you're not doing anything once you've realized your meditation is lousy. The correction is, do something about it. So, what do we do about dullness? Okay, remember dullness comes in 2 forms. Comes in the gross form, you're just sleepy, dopey, and those other dwarves. Then there's subtle dullness, like you're on the object, you're kind of awake, but you don't have that focus, that intensity that you need for real meditation to work, okay? So the first correction is, you've noticed you're dull, you tighten the focus on your object. What does that mean? It's one of those things that's hard to describe unless you're doing it, If it's a visual object, like a picture of your Lama or a Buddha or something like that, and you realize, yeah, you've got the outline of a Buddha or something, or your Lama, then tighten the focus just to their eyes. Just focus on their eyes, and if that's not working, the pupils, whatever it takes to bring your mind into sharper focus, all right? And that intensifies your meditation. I don't know, it's like, I always think about the phrase from the old World War II movies, fire for effect. They keep launching missiles or launching, what do you call it? Rounds, cannon rounds at the other ship. And then once they finally get the range and everything, they say fire for effect, and all the guns just fire off because you know where the target is now. Now you want to blast the hell out of it, okay? Tightening your focus, all right? By the way, something I didn't mention, dullness in a way is kind of related to sort of a feeling of depression. Just kind of that, I don't feel like, putting any energy out or something like that. So if you're depressed in the real world, you got to make yourself go out and do something sometimes. That's the only way to break out of that cycle. Same thing with dullness in meditation. You just have to force yourself to push a little harder. If that's not working, you're tightening focus on the object and it's not working, then it's okay to shift focus to a more uplifting object. What does that mean? So whatever it is, it's just not exciting you. You can't get any sharper or more intense on it. So you might shift your focus to some other object. An example would be the Buddhist concept of our precious human rebirth, our resources and advantages, Just starting to think about how awesome it is that you have the ability to meditate You have the ability to study Dharma. You're not stupid or disabled in some way. You're not starving. You're not running from bullets like so many people in the world are, okay? Just something to start feeling good, better, brighter, okay? Some other object, you know, that uplifts. Think about the face of somebody you love, you know? Meditate on that. That's going to wake you up, all right? And then once you do that, go back to the object you're meditating on, okay? So the idea is to kind of brighten, uplift, you know, put a little more hot air in the balloon so you rise a little higher in your meditation. And then go back to the object that you're supposed to be meditating on, all right? Does that make sense? So, and these are in order, okay? If the first one doesn't work, you know, zero on missiles, switch to guns, you know, okay? Another military metaphor there. Try and tighten your focus on the object once you notice you're dull. If that doesn't work, switch to something uplifting, something happy-making, okay? Something really great. Even your waffles, you know, it's like, when I'm done with this, I'm going to have the most awesome waffles, okay? And then meditate on waffles for a minute. So, okay, good. So, ready for the waffles. Now back to the object of meditation, all right? So you see how this works. You know, once you realize you're sleepy and dopey and all that, okay, if that doesn't work, I mean, it is better to not meditate. It's better to take a break, okay? Get up, stretch, do a sun salutation or something, go punch the heavy bag a few times, whatever. Wash your face. Sometimes just getting outside and looking at the sky. If you're having a really dopey, stupid meditation, might be too dark where you're meditating, get out, look at the sky. Look at, especially in retreat, if you get into this low energy retreat, I don't want to do this, I want to be out of here. Sometimes just going for a walk, looking at the sky a lot, you know, either a daytime sky or a night sky, and just kind of open your mind up a little bit. And then go back and meditate, you know, washing your face, doing whatever, brushing your teeth, something to brighten you up, okay? Better not to meditate than to meditate in a state of dullness, honestly, quite honestly. All right, does that make sense? Okay. So what if you're too agitated, okay? What if your mind is like that little Pomeranian running around on the couch? Never getting off the object, but still jittery and jumpy and not really focused nicely. Okay. In that case, as you might guess, would loosen your object, the grip that your mind has on the object, okay? Or widen the scope a little bit, okay? If you're too as tightly focused, it's like being tense before a match or before, you know, something, an interview or something, okay? You got to open up a little bit. Open up and let your mind relax, okay? Kind of a more loose grip on the object. You know, like I said before, you're focusing on the Buddha's eyes, okay? Widen the focus to the outline or something, or the sky behind them, or something like that, okay? Like that. So that's the first thing you do, is try and loosen your grip on the object. Don't focus in so tightly. That will kind of bring your mind into a more peaceful, alert focus on the object, all right? If you still can't relax into the meditation and you're still too agitated, switch to a depressing object, honestly. Okay, a downer object, you know. Your impending death, the fact that you may not see next Thursday, all right? And if you don't meditate now, you're in trouble, okay? It works, all right? Just switching to a more downer object or something more peaceful. Or maybe just to, I don't know, a peaceful stream or something like that. Again, see the pattern here? It's a mirror of that pattern there, you know. First you try and loosen your mind's grip on the object, all right? Then switch to an object that's just going to smooth you out a little bit, okay? It can be even, like I say, slightly depressing, or meditate on suffering, you know? It's like there's all this suffering in the world. I have to fix it. Boy, I've got a long way to go before I can fix it, you know, before I can become an enlightened being. That will smooth out things and let you meditate, okay? If that doesn't work, just go back to counting breaths. Nice, dull, boring, counting your breath. And then once you've done that for a while and you're relaxed into it, then you can go to your object of meditation. Okay? So this all comes under do jepa, do something. See the relationship? Seishin says, hey, there's a problem with your meditation. Do jepa is, okay, I've got to correct that. And this improves the quality of the meditation. All right? I know, if you're just still working on fixation, this is a long way down the road, but at least you have the instructions, so when it comes up and you start, like, you get into a retreat and say, I don't want to spend my whole retreat being dull and stupid and think I'm meditating. Now you know. Now you know. So this is why this stuff's important. Okay? Questions? Comments? Complaints? Is that the antidotes kind of clear? All right. So, now you're getting really good. Your mind can stay on the object. The quality control part of your mind is watching for if you get too low or too high, okay, too agitated, and there's these diagrams in the notes too that are very helpful, you know, like here's the object of meditation. This is dullness, this is agitation, you know, you're trying to go level, okay. So we've got the quality control and then we've got the corrective action for the quality control, okay? So what's next? The fifth problem of meditation is doing something when you don't need to. Say do jepa.
Do jepa.
And remember this? Solution number whatever is problem number, all right? This is your overcorrecting, all right? You're focusing too hard. If it ain't broke, don't fix it, okay? So you can guess that the correction is do me jepa. Say do me jepa.
Do me jepa.
Okay. Don't mess with it. Don't mess with it, okay? Your meditation quality is really good. You're not subtly dull. You're not subtly agitated. You are right on the object. Then correcting your meditation, trying to fix your meditation at this stage becomes a problem in and of itself. Okay? So when you read things like the poems of Milarepa saying, just let go, rest in the primordial awareness, da-da-da-da-da-da, you know, stop trying so hard, okay? Or all the Zen stuff, you know, just let go. This is the stage they're talking about, okay? This is the fifth problem. You're messing with things, all right? If you've gotten all other 4 problems taken care of, cool. Then you get into do nothing, all right? But if you try and do nothing while you're in those stages of dullness or agitation, you're wasting your time. Go watch TV, seriously. So there you have it. 5 problems, 8 corrections. It's beautiful, it's perfect. I mean, when you think about it, it's like, yeah, that makes absolute perfect sense. And I guarantee you, when you start to practice it, you'll go, oh yeah, that's that thing. This is what I have to do. So this is why the object of meditation is actually this outline for this class, right? Because when you get this burned in you, then it becomes a reaction, right? You start to react. You know when to do something. You know when not to do anything. When you have to do something, you know whether you're correcting for dullness or whether you're correcting for agitation. You know that dullness and agitation exist, so you won't waste time meditating. All right. First part of the next class, next Sunday, we're going to talk about the 9 stages, and we're going to look at that cool poster that has the elephant and the monkey going up the path on its way to single-pointed meditation. But just to give you a little preview, there are 9 stages of meditation. The 9th being shamatha. You've reached single-pointed meditation. But problem number 2 is all about stages 1 through 3. This is getting a little bit better. You know, at first you can't stay on the object to save your life. Second, it's like you're on the object a little bit, but then you lose it for a while and you come back. Then there's just like you're just off the object a little bit and you just patch up. They call it patching the problem. So all of that is about drenpa, recall, trying to get your mind to stay on the object. Problems 4 through 3, stages 4 through 7 are all about the quality of your meditation. Problems 3 and 4, okay? You're using your seishin, and you're using your do jepa, all right? You're aware of what's going on, and take appropriate action. That's all getting about quality here. Then by the time you get to stage 8, the problem is, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, all right? Once you can get to the place where you can just sit down, few breaths, boom, you're on the object. Can't lose it. And that's burning into your mind and changing your mind and changing your world, actually. That's where the problem is, you know. Stage 9 is there is no problem, okay? So that's just a quick preview of next week. So try these out, learn what they are, and then try them out. And thank you for being here. This is important stuff, and I want you to learn it well enough to teach other people, okay? There's a lot of people out there who think they're meditating. It might have sounded a little arrogant, but when I posted this on Facebook and Twitter and all of that, I said, meditation, you're probably doing it wrong. And as you see from here, it's like, yeah, you probably are. You probably are, unless you get good instruction.